wanted to do a review and plus a tutorial on the Kiss Everlasting Gel nail polish. So this is what it actually looks like on. This is like the hot pink color. Sorry if lighting is really bad. It's actually nighttime and I actually went to plug in my lamp that I usually use at night and it like just blew up. So like my heart's actually like racing because the light bulb just like popped right off the lamp and like there were sparks, like they died out right away, but like I was like my heart is actually still racing because like, you know, like you're just like, whoa, like what? So yeah, I don't actually have another lamp, so sorry if lighting isn't the greatest. Sorry for lighting, sorry for the oily gross face, but let's just focus on nails. So this is it as I just showed you. It's actually this one, it actually has 3 coats, which this one only has 2. And this is actually the hand that because I already filmed the tutorial, so this is actually the hand that I used in the tutorial, which only has 2 coats. I actually realized afterwards, because it was kind of hard to see, just the way that I had to kind of be underneath the camera, it was hard to kind of see. But I realized that this one, it was actually pretty sheer, so I went ahead and I put, when I did my left hand, I did 3 coats. But, I mean, it's not a huge noticeable difference. It's just like in certain lighting you can kind of like see through my nails, like, you know, when nail polish is like thin, you can see like the white tips of like your natural nail, which this one you can't, so it's not a huge deal. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll show you all the stuff. So this is the lamp, and this is sold separately from everything. It's $39, and I actually got this at Walmart. And then you have 2 options. You can either get the starter kit, which I got, which comes with it comes with everything you need, but they're like little. And this is the full size. Like this is the color, and I bought this separately from the starter kit, and it was $11 for this, and this is the full size of them. So this is what this would look like if it was full sized. So that I bought separately, which this is the color I actually have on right now, and they don't actually have names, which is what I noticed, or maybe it does have a name. Oh, I think it's called Punch. It might be called Punch. It's a really, really neon pink. And then because I bought 2 colors, and this one, oh, I think it is the name, because this one says Lush. And this one's a really, really nice color. I don't know how well lighting is going to make it show up, but this is a really nice, like, reddy pink color. And this goes on really, really, really opaque, so you only need 2 coats. Whereas since Punch is actually, like, a neon color, as you can see, it does need more coats to be, like, opaque. So these are the 2 colors I actually bought separately. But yeah, and one thing that's also awesome is that's a relatively cheap lamp, because I actually went to Sally's and they have the same kind of system for gel nails, but the lamp is sold separately and it's like $69. And I really, really like these. They do stay on for quite some time. This is my first time using like the neon pink color, and I think it showed up really, really nicely. It is pretty true to the bottle. Like, the bottle looks like this and it shows up like this, because I know sometimes nail polish, like, you buy nail polish and you're like, oh, this is so beautiful, but once you actually put it on, it's kind of like, it doesn't look like as nice as what it looks like in the bottle, which usually sucks. But yeah, I like it. Like, I just did it 5 minutes ago, and like, they're done, like, they're dry. Like, once they're out of the UV light, like, they're good to go, which is awesome, because it does take a little bit more time than just putting regular nail polish on. But honestly, if you think about it, it's actually shorter, because in regular nail polish, you usually have to wait like a good 10-15 minutes, and even at that, sometimes certain nail polishes, like, you'll wait 10-15 minutes and you're like, okay, it's dry, and you go and you like run your hands through your hair, you do something, and like, it's smudged, and it's like, seriously, like, I waited so long. Whereas this, it's dry. Like, there's no fear in, you know, touching something and having it smeared, because it's not going to smear, it's not going to chip. The only thing that it will do after a while is the edges will actually start to come up, and when it comes off in one big piece because it's gel. But as I'll show you in the tutorial, is you just need to just make sure you cover the corners really well so that it doesn't lift, but I go over that in the tutorial. But yeah, I definitely love it. I think it's awesome. It's a good alternative too if you're like me and you're really busy all the time and you don't have time to be painting your nails all the time. Like, you can put this on and not have to worry about painting your nails for a week because it will stay on. Yeah, it's awesome. I really do like it. And also, if your nails are very thin, this would definitely be a good thing to use. My nails are not thin, but if you did have the nails, it'd be good because I don't know if you can actually see it, but it actually lifts off the natural nail because it's gel. So my natural nail, like, I don't know how well you can see it. So if you had the nails, you could use this, and like it makes your nails hard. Like your nails don't bend. Like they're really nice and hard, and they're like tough and stuff. So that would be a great alternative too if you have really thin nails. If anything, you could probably just put like just the top coat on and stick it under the lamp, and you'd be pretty much just have your natural nails with like a clear coat over it, and it would make them thicker. So if you wanted to do that, you could do that as well, because I know when I worked at Tim Hortons, we weren't allowed nail polish on. But if you were allowed to just put like clear nail polish on, because I mean, who's really going to notice that you have clear nail polish on? So if you're not allowed to wear colored nail polish, that's definitely a great alternative. Or if you don't like wearing colors on your fingers, but you just want thicker nails, definitely a great alternative. It is a lot cheaper than going to the salon, because I went to the salon before and I got the shellac, as I already did a video on, and I absolutely loved it. But it was like $40 for just the one appliance, which this does come to be expensive when you very first buy it. All the stuff that I bought together came to $110, which would probably only come to $90 if you were to just buy the lamp and the starter kit. I wanted to go ahead and buy the two colors, so it was quite expensive. But if you think about it, like it's gonna last a long time, because it's the same as a regular bottle of nail polish. You buy a bottle of nail polish and it lasts you like months and months and months. Depending on how much you use it, obviously, but you really don't need very much at all. The instructions say to do it really thin, and that's all you need is a very, very, very thin coat of the color of the bases of everything. So it will last you a long time. So it's definitely, in the long run, it's a lot cheaper, because it's going to last you, you now have a lamp forever that you can keep, unless, I mean, it breaks. I'm sure at some, 10 years from now it might break or something, but, you have your lamp that you can pretty much use for anything, because nowadays they're actually coming out with a lot of, like, UV products for nails. So now you have your UV light and you're good to go. So, yeah, like, I definitely recommend it. I definitely think it's awesome. It's really nice. It's definitely salon quality, because as you guys saw, my shellac nails that I got done, I know shellac is different than gel, but, kind of the same kind of concept, and that only lasted me, like, I think it was 11 days, and this will last me, like, a week. So, I mean, it's pretty much it's salon quality. You definitely, you get what you're paying for, and, yeah, so it's definitely awesome. Just, take your time around the edges, but it really doesn't take that long. The tutorial is really not that long, as you will see in a minute. And it's definitely, like, my right hand took, like, no time at all, because I did this one on my own, my left hand I did off camera, on my own, and it didn't take any time at all, because I didn't have to stop to explain it to anyone. I was just doing it myself, and it took like no time at all. So it's definitely awesome. I definitely recommend them. Sorry if it feels like I'm just kind of rambling. I'm trying to think of things as I go and make sure I kind of covered everything. But yeah, so I really do recommend it, and I enjoy it, and I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna go ahead to the tutorial. Okay, so to start off, you're going to want to make sure your nails are clean and don't have any nail polish on them or anything. And then you start off with the gel cleanser. It looks like this, but this is from the starter pack, so it's like a mini one. But you can actually buy it, and it comes in like a huge, big container. But this is it. So you just take it, and it comes with these little pads in a bag. So you just want to clean off your nails first. And it actually feels kind of oily, so just clean them off. Okay, so now you're ready to apply the base coat, which looks like this, but this is once again from the starter kit, so the actual one, it comes in a size like this, but this is the little starter kit guy. So you're just going to apply like a really thin coat. It doesn't have to be like super thick or anything like that. You do want to do your thumbs separate, just because they don't all fit in the lamp at the same time, if that makes sense. Like the little UV thing, And that's what it says on the instructions as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my thumb in for 30 seconds. So you just put it in the thing, and it looks like this, by the way, the inside of it. So you just set your thumb in it, and you just click the button on the top, this button right here, and it will just go ahead and turn on. And you just leave it for 30 seconds, and it will beep to let you know when 30 seconds is. And it will turn off automatically once it gets to a minute. But we're just going to go ahead and take our fingers out, or our thumb out at 30 seconds. Okay, so that beeping means it's done, so I'm just going to move that to the side. And actually, I'll turn it so it's not in the camera. So my thumb is ready. It has its base on, so now I'm just going to go ahead and do my fingers. And once again, just a really thin coat. It does not need to be thick at all. Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking outside. My brother just let them out. Okay, so I'm just going to do the exact same thing, put my 4 fingers in for 30 seconds. Okay, so that's now done. We can move that aside. And now I'm going to go ahead to the color. I'm using this really neon pink color. And so I'm just going to paint it, and it goes on just like normal nail polish. It's not, this consistency is pretty close to regular nail polish. It is a bit more like goopier, but that's okay. So you do want to put a very thin layer, and once again, just start with our thumb and just apply it like normal nail polish. There we go. Oh gosh, I wiped it off too much. So, yeah. And one thing I recommend is once you do it, here, you paint all the way to the ends, obviously, and then just wipe across like that. Just to make sure you seal in the end, or the edge, sorry. And as you, here, man, I can't talk and paint at the same time. Okay. And as you can see, I did get it on the skin a bit, so I'm just going to take this, which actually comes with the starter kit, but if you don't get the starter kit, you can just use anything, basically, to wipe it off. You just, it's okay to get it on your skin, but you want to make sure you get it off your skin before you actually, set it with the UV light, because, then it will actually bond to your skin, which is not what you want, so just wipe it all off if you got any on your skin. And the color you actually put in for a full minute. So I'm going to go ahead and put my thumb in, and it will automatically turn off once it gets to a minute. So once again, I just click it just the once, and it will do the beep, but we're just going to keep it in until it's fully finished. So okay, so as you can see, it turned off all on its own. So the first layer is, or the first coat, sorry, is done. I actually usually do 2 coats, but I'm going to go ahead and do, like, my fingers, before I do my second coat. So once again, just paint it like normal nail polish. If you get any on the skin, wipe it off. And I do suggest, once again, once you do it, the whole finger, to just kind of go straight across the tip, just to make sure that it seals to the tip, because since it's gel, it won't actually chip like normal nail polish, but the only way that it really will come off is it will start to peel up, and you don't want it to peel up, obviously, so you want to make sure that it's locked on and it's not gonna peel. So yeah. Okay, so that's done. Oh, and one thing, do not leave your bottles near the light. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way, and then put my fingers in for a minute. that's one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, is it does say not to leave your bottles near the light. They are dark, as you guys saw. They were like black, which is probably to protect it, but you know, just on the safe side, keep it away. Don't have it like right beside or anything. I mean, okay, so now I'm going to do exactly what I just did. I'm going to do my thumb, a second coat, stick it in for a minute, do my fingers, a second coat, stick it in for a minute, and then I'll be back to do the finish coat. So I'm done my color, and I'm now going to go ahead and just put my top coat on, or my finish coat, or whatever you want to call it. Once again, this is just the little one that came with the starter kit. The big one, or the normal sized one, is, you know, the same size as this. But yeah, so this one is another 30-second one, and it's a top coat, so it's just clear. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a thin layer of it on, but do make sure, do the exact same as you did with the color, like make sure you go across the top just to seal it all in, because the top coat is what's going to hold it down and keep it protected, and that's definitely what you want. So just make sure you get all the edges. But once again, make sure it doesn't get on the skin, because it will, I mean, it's not bad for you, but it will kind of like bond, it'll bond to your skin, so it'll feel like my first time I did it, and it kind of feels like if you were to get glue on your hand or something, because that's pretty much what it does, is it sticks to your hand, and it's kind of uncomfortable. So yeah, so you can go ahead and do that, and then just put it in for 30 seconds once again. And then I'm doing the exact same with all my other fingers. So we're now done, and we're just going to take our gel cleanser once again, and I'm just reusing the exact same pad. It's completely fine. And putting a bit more on it. And then you're just going to go ahead and you're just going to wipe it off, because it leaves a tacky layer once you're done everything. And that's what I didn't figure out the first time either. I was like, why is it still wet? Like, I didn't understand why it was still wet, and I kept putting it in, and I ended up putting my fingers in there for like 10 minutes, and then finally I like actually read, and I was like, oh, it's not actually really wet, it's just there's a tacky layer, I guess, just the way it dries. So, and I did notice that when I got my nails done at a salon too, that they take some kind of a liquid, and I guess that's probably what it is the cleanser to wipe it off. So you do need to use the cleanser for it to fully be finished, or else you will just have like a really tacky, and it feels pretty much just like wet nail polish of a layer. So now they're done, and you can go ahead and just feel them all to make sure you got all the tackiness off, because you could miss some. Okay, so this is them. They're finished. I think I actually, if I were to do it again, because this is the first time using this color, I actually might do a second layer. I mean, obviously not now, because I have my top coat on and everything, but if I were to use this color again, I might actually do a second layer just to make it a little bit darker, because it is slightly sheer, but I mean, I like it. It's a really nice pink color. So that is it. You're now done. They're dry. You can go do anything you want. You can go do the dishes. You can go, you know, do anything. They're done. They're good. So yeah, so that is how you put it on. Another thing I did just want to quickly point out to you guys is, I don't know how well this will pick up on camera, but if you can see, there is slightly an edge that hangs off my nail. Like, I don't know, hopefully you guys can pick it up. It's just some of the nail polish, or the gel, I guess. So you just take a nail file, and you can just file that off. So if you do happen to accidentally kind of get a little bit on the skin, you can just file that off. And I'm doing it on both sides, because for some reason my thumb is always like that. So yeah, you just file it off like you would your nail, and as you can see, it's gone. So just something else I did want to quickly mention. Oh, and this finger's actually like that too. So yeah, just go ahead and file it off, and you're set to go. So yeah. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. That was it. As you can see, they're finished. So, yeah, so I definitely hope you guys check it out. If you do check it out, let me know. If you have any requests, definitely down below, let me know. You know, if I'd love to do anything that you guys would request of me. And yeah, so follow me on Instagram, Twitter, subscribe if you haven't, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.